Hey everyone, it's Modest Millions, and today we're going to be talking about a huge blue post that just came out talking about the planned changes and current opinions of the work order system. So, of course, we will cover what's in the blue post, what's possibly changing, and my personal thoughts on the work order system. So, let's get right into this. So, everyone, this is a big one, and that's honestly a good thing because the work order system is something that's been in the game that, in my opinion, has just been lacking since the beginning and truly needed an overhaul before now. But let's see what the blue post has to say. So as we can see here, this is the blue post and is talking about the thread that it's in, and it was a question brought up, are the devs sure that the crafting order system is a success? So let's see what they have to say. The crafting order system is by no means perfect. There are many ways that we would like to improve it over time. We have been having many of these discussions internally as well as listening to the feedback from all of you. Since this is such a new system though, we don't want to make any snap judgments and make big changes before giving things a chance to settle and see how it develops over time. And I really kind of agree with that. They should have a time to test it and see how it goes, but it's kind of not been working since the beginning. We do believe that the system has been successful in one of its core goals though, to enable crafters to make soulbound, useful gear for players at all levels of play. This elevates the overall value of professions within the game and helps to deliver on the fantasy of being a crafter creating valuables for yourself and others. Yes, it does do that. However, I don't really care for the snap decision that they made during the beta process to all of a sudden make all of these high-level items be BOP. Just kind of seems like a way to prevent a lot of people within the game from making gold like we did with the legendary system in Shadowlands. It just kind of seems like another way to cap that off and boost the amount of people that have to buy the token or buy the game time. It has also been successful in providing a new way for crafters and customers to interact, one which is inherently more social and when you get used to it, hopefully more satisfying than previous ways to do so. But again, very much not perfect. And I really don't have any problems with the way that it's set up. I like the system, being able to just input what you want and then having somebody else fulfill it, or going through the way that we used to do it, which was basically just going in trade chat. I get most of my stuff from trade chat, and that doesn't really bother me. I don't mind that at all. As far as the public order system goes, it seems to be working well as an easy way to get something crafted for yourself if you aren't worried about getting the best quality and want it quickly. This was always its intent. We definitely wish that as crafters, it was easier to find public orders to fill. Unfortunately, even though there are quite a few public orders going through the system, given the minimal effort it takes to fulfill a public order and the relative number of crafters around to fill those orders, there will almost never be many orders up at any given time with the way it currently works. They get filled too quickly and easily. We are looking into ways to have more orders to fulfill, though because for most we think it tends to be a pretty satisfying activity and a great way to earn skill and a bit of gold when you can find an order to fulfill. Well, the issue with that is that most people are not tipping anything, if they tip at all, for the work orders. So, I mean, we're really not making a whole lot of gold unless you're getting some of the high-end stuff. We also think the guild personal order side of things are working moderately well. These methods allow players to connect and get their items crafted with more control. There are several issues we would very much like to improve though, including helping better connect customers and crafters. There is nothing wrong with a bit of effort to get these best gear items or to attract customers. This is currently mostly accomplished through trade chat though, which while it does have a nice social component to it, something that we love to see more of, it is by no means an ideal way to find a crafter for a specific item or a customer to craft for. Second is helping better support interactions between players who are depending on inspiration to reach a higher quality level, which is kind of interesting to me. I'm not quite sure how they're going to do that other than just nerfing the amount of inspiration needed to get those procs, which I don't really think would help everyone in the long run. It's just going to be a quick fix. We suspect that as players finish getting their high-end crafting gear and complete purchases of other one-time uses for Artisan's Metal, players will be more willing to use Artisan's Metal to guarantee higher quality crafts. That will help. But even then, inspiration will always be a useful way to get max quality gear crafted. The crafting order system is not supporting this as well as we would like to, since as a customer, you cannot place an order and know exactly what you'll get. You need to rely on a handshake deal that your crafter has the inspiration they promised when attempting to craft items for you. Yeah, this is kind of annoying right now. Basically, if you can't guarantee what the person wants, they just cancel the order. In addition, there will be a lot of other quality of life features we'll be looking into to help making it smoother to use, easier to learn, and more. As always, thank you for the feedback. We'll continue to improve professions in general and the crafting order system in specific. Meanwhile, happy gathering and crafting. Honestly, I really think that they kind of glossed over one of the bigger things at the end that I definitely think a lot of people would like to see put in, and that is a smoother, easier way to learn about how to get everything that you need out of the crafting order system. This is a huge system, and even with all the guides and everything that people like myself put out, it is just a huge barrier to entry for most casual players to figure out everything that they need, where to find it. When they can't find it on the auction house, it's really annoying because they don't know whether or not their server just doesn't have it, or if it's something that's in the crafting order system. But it'll be really interesting to see how they make these changes and what we can expect in the future. The crafting order system, in my opinion, was a great idea. However, I don't really like how everything has been BOP. I understand that if everything wasn't BOP, then no one would use the crafting order system because there wouldn't be any direct need to use it. Everybody would just use the auction house as usual. I'm not really quite sure in my own way how I would get around that, but it's just something that's been annoying. So that's it for this video, guys. What are your thoughts on changes to the crafting order system? Will these help? Are these going to be things that you're going to want to see put into the system? And will making these changes actually fix the crafting order system in your opinion? I would like to hear in the comments below. Make sure that you comment, like, and subscribe down below. And if you're interested in more exclusive content like videos, routes, TSM profiles, and a lot more, then make sure you support me on Patreon. Huge thanks to everyone that's supporting me already. You guys are all amazing. Hope everyone's enjoying Dragonflight, and let's make those millions.